What's up everyone, it's me Green Zero back here for my third VOD of the day. I've actually been thinking of a brand new segment for the portal, so I'll just go through a little bit more of that in the portal article. Hopefully Vivo will agree with it because he has the final say on that thing. And we've got another game here for you. That's all you want to see is just action, action, action. And check out this game, man. Technique playing the best player in Kane's Wrath, Dirty Dutch again, twice in one day. Specs and eXs.Pulse, aka Eclipse. Obviously he must still be playing because he's been in so many featured replays lately, it's not funny. And here we go, good old Toma as he likes to be called, is observing this game. So it's going to be Technique and Eclipse. What a team. That is an unbelievable team playing as random against Dirty Dutch, who's Blackhand, and Specs, who's Travel 59. I'm not sure if they intended to be random as well, and it's just showing their factions because they may have submitted it, but who cares. Let's jump straight in. And we have the yellow faction here, which is Dirty Dutch, his ally, obviously situated over here. Forgotten their teams already. Traveler 59 for Specs, and Dirty Dutch obviously playing as, Blackhand, that's it, Blackhand. Let's have a look at what Eclipse is playing as. He's got a Scrin faction, not sure what Scrin faction, we'll have to wait and see. And look at that, Technique has got a Scrin faction. So this is going to be really interesting. Looks like Technique's going for the forward spike, and he's probably going to have his ally going for the rear spike. No, what's his ally doing? Where's his ally? Didn't be Eclipse, he's going straight for a refinery. What's going on? And what is Technique drawn? It's Traveler 59. We can see he's got the advanced articulator upgrade in the bar up there, which means he is playing as Traveler 59. Did he go for the bottom? He did go for the bottom. Here come his little assimilators now. Obviously, on unsound investment, obviously you usually talk to your ally and decide who's going for the back spikes, because people like to spawn opposite each other with the Kane in between their allies. Which I think when the map was originally designed, it was supposed to be one team on one side and one on the other, lengthways, but that's not how it is. Whoa, that's a pretty fast zoom. Looks like Technique's going to clean those up. Who went for the back spikes over here? It's going to be Specs gets the back spikes. Nice work. And it looks like Eclipse, he's either Scrin Vanilla or Traveler 59. I can't see because he has not built really anything that has given away that yet now. He's got scouts inside Dirty Dutch's base, and what's Specs doing? There was a battle marker over there, not sure what's going on. Looks like Technique's going to get 3 spikes. What a champion. I don't know if he's going to enjoy me talking him up all game, but it looks like eXs.Pulse, aka Eclipse, is going for another refinery. Obviously pretty standard. You got to watch out because it's so difficult to place structures on this map. It's not funny. That's the one thing about, they need to smooth out the edges of the tim fields, and you got to be careful because your harvesters will bug out a lot on this map, which is very unfortunate considering how popular it is. Basically, I think I've said this before, but it's the Red Zone Rampage of Kane's Wrath. It's what a Red Zone Rampage was to Tib Wars. Obviously, Red Zone Rampage is really frustrating map to play on, and it is quite popular because it's very easy to play on. I'm not going to talk about that though. I'm going to talk about this game here. It looks like Specs has some problems here. Technique has got some buzzers attacking his harvesters. He's not going to be enjoying that. Those buzzers are surely going to destroy those harvesters in time. Maybe, I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. Eclipse still hasn't given away what Scrin faction he is. He could either be Traveler 59 or Scrin Vanilla. He just isn't building any combat units. He's going for his mass eco, and that is symbolic. That is very symbolic. He's actually got a Gunwalker out, and it doesn't have any shard upgrade or force field upgrade. Maybe it's only that's definitely only Reaper that can get those. So Dirty Dutch does have 1 spike. His ally grabbed the other 2. Obviously, he's going for eco as well. I don't think this is a good idea. He's playing as Blackhand, so he definitely could have put some early pressure on. But yeah, I mean, Eclipse, he must know that Eclipse is just going to mass eco, which is what he loves to do. And once he mass ecos, he's just impossible to stop. And we've all seen those replays where Eclipse just bulldozes everyone in his path. And looks like almost called him Unleashed. Every time I have a game now, I just about call a player Unleashed at some stage. And looks like Dirty Dutch does have some, bikes. He's going to get a harvester. Eclipse is not pulling that away. He's pulling it away now, but he's going to lose it, I think. I don't think there's much hope in saving that. He's going to lose it. He's got a Seeker tank here, and it does have shard upgrade, so maybe he is Traveler 59. I'm not sure. I can't actually remember the upgrade differences between Vanilla Scrin and Traveler 59. He really needs to build some infantry to give me a heads up. He's not building any infantry. But yeah, he's probably not going to build anything till really late game here, so I'm not sure. I don't play as the Scrin factions. I know the differences between Reaper and that, but not the other 2. And here come the Disintegrator squads here, but they're going to be up against Seeker Gunwalker from Technique, and Technique loves doing mid-game pushes, especially when he's not playing as his Nod factions. He really loves to play the mid-game push with his Scrin and the GDIs, and that's what he's doing now. He's going to come in. I don't think he's going to cause too much damage because Haruspex is ready for this. He's dropped the photon cannon, which are really, really good base defenses. They're really the only tier 2 base defense that are any good. He is going to be able to destroy that though, but not before it destroys quite a few of his units. And it's just Gunwalkers from Haruspex. That's not a good idea because he's up against Seeker tanks. Looks like Eclipse is being pushed back by those infantry units there, and there's Dirty Dutch coming down this backside there, and mass beacon by Eclipse. He's pulling back now. He needs to go and defend. He's got a bunch of Seeker tanks there, cuts them off. They're going to go to Technique's base, I think, because Technique is pulling back now. He's got kind of Seeker tanks going all over the place. He needs to worry about that, and Eclipse is beaconing like crazy. Hey buddy, they're going into your base. Stop them, Technique. And Technique is already on it with Seeker tanks coming to intercept. They're probably just going to go drive all the way around the back if Dirty Dutch was smart. No, they're going to go for Harvesters, which is still pretty smart. And infantry taking the middle of the field there. Looks like Technique is being forced back over here. He's being destroyed. Action, action, action all over this map. And those bikes took a very bad way out. It looks like 2 of them are going to get away. I'm not sure if they got a Harvester or not. There is actually a dead Harvester husk there, so he must have got at least 1 Harvester. So it probably did pay off. Those bikes can escape. They could have gone all the way around the back, but I assume that, look at that, Eclipse is already waiting for that to happen. He knows that's going to happen. And he's got a mass disintegrator, so he is Traveler 59 because he's got a ton of disintegrators coming in. And oh, this isn't going to end well for him because look what he's up against. And a Buzzer Swarm by Haruspex. Haruspex uses a Buzzer Swarm from across the map to try to dispatch a lot of those disintegrators, and that ended in disaster for Eclipse. He's still got quite a few squads there, but he's not going to be able to go up against those Cabal squads, especially with the flame units here. What's going up here? Cultists. Cultists by Haruspex. Got your garrison in that building. They only got a Gunwalker, but he's up against Mass Seeker. He needs to do something about these Seeker tanks. He needs his own Seeker tanks. He's actually putting down lightning spikes and photon cannons, which will be pretty good defenses if he has enough of them. What's happening over here? Seeker tanks going through infantry. Infantry going over Tiberium. That's not good, you guys. Lots of battle markers going off everywhere. Bikes getting cleaned up over there. Dirty Dutch has lost his bikes over there. There's one more down there. And it looks like Technique is going. He doesn't care about the defense. He's going in. And Haruspex still only has Gunwalkers. What is with that? He's up against Seeker tanks. And he's got disintegrators. And they're just going to charge in now. And really, I mean, Technique does have Gunwalkers as well. But he really does not have enough to stop his Seeker tanks being destroyed there. He's even going to start losing Gunwalkers. Gunwalker v Gunwalker is really frustrating because they hardly do any damage at all. Another beacon coming through here, and Eclipse is moving through with a ton of Seeker tanks, and Haruspex is in trouble. He's got 1 defense there. It's not going to do much. Temporal Wormhole and Mechapedes by... Whose Mechapedes are those? Look like Haruspex's Mechapedes, but there's a green one there. A green one, and... Oh no, that was a mind-controlled Mechapede. Sorry, that's Technique's. Technique has an attack over there, and Dirty Dutch needs to help his ally out because he's getting double teamed right now, but Dirty Dutch doesn't care. He just killed a Prodigy, by the way, and he's moving into this field here, and I think, I'll look at that, and there goes the phase. They need to jump out of that bunker quick smart because it's just going to get crushed. That's not good. And looks like Scorpion tanks from Dirty Dutch over there. He needs to push up and help his ally. Looks like those Mechapedes have pulled back, but Eclipse is going through, and he's destroying the rear base here. That's pretty bad. Those phase units now can't do much because those units are inside the garrison. Most of them will probably be destroyed. Dirty Dutch is moving down here now with some infantry. The good thing about Black Cannons is you can just pull infantry like this and they can be quite effective. Where's that Mastermind? Not Mastermind, Prodigy. Where is he going? Technique is pushing the attack over here, but Colossus is giving him trouble. They're actually stealing Eclipse's units now. And Technique has got 1 Mechapede. I'm not sure where the other one went. It may have been destroyed. Haruspex is under siege from 2 different directions. He's finished off Eclipse's attack there, and he's actually pretty good. He's alright. He's got a Storm Column, and Technique is not going to be enjoying that. Oh, Haruspex, where are you sending those cultists, buddy? You're sending them right out into the field. They're going to get killed out there. Oh, actually, there's no Gunwalkers over there, so maybe they won't. You tend to want to keep them back, safe from an attack. He can probably just go waste those Seeker tanks if he wants, so he gets them back. And Dirty Dutch has moved into Technique's base, who has a Hexapod, and he's got 1 Mechapede there. These Scorpion tanks do have Dozer Blade, and they're actually shooting at the Extractor, which is probably not very good. They need to either destroy the Harvesters or destroy the Mechapede. I reckon he could easily destroy that Mechapede. It's got shard launchers in it. But what's happening up here? Beacon up there, and a teleport. There's 2 Prodigies. I don't know whose is whose. Whose Prodigy is that? That looks like Eclipse's, and he's actually moved through, and he didn't capture. He did not capture. No, he's captured. Oh man, I would have thought he got the drone ship. He just lost it then, Prodigy there. But yeah, he should have got the drone ship, I think, because I don't think Haruspex has a gravity stabilizer. That would have knocked him out of the game. That would have knocked him out of the game, but Eclipse obviously a little bit slow there. Technique has his Hexapod moving through now. Enemy Prodigy over here. Area mind controls nothing. I think he's trying to area mind control the drone ship, and it just didn't work. Is that his? Yeah, there's definitely Haruspex's Prodigy there. What's happening down here? There's a flame tank by Dirty Dutch. Oh, you champion. He's actually got an elite, so it must have destroyed something else that I just didn't see. It's got another refinery there. It's moving down towards the spikes. Probably a good idea because Eclipse is sending stuff on the way down there. He's got his Hexapod as well. He's beaconing like crazy. He's like, beacon, beacon, beacon. I don't need a beacon once, I need a beacon 5 times for some reason. And it looks like Technique is heading up here. There's 1 tripod from Haruspex. He's got his Prodigy. He could try and teleport the Prodigy right next to... No, teleport the Hexapod right... No, teleport Fuck, I get it right eventually. There's a heroic flame tank there, by the way, which is pretty nasty. Those shock troopers are going to want to run away. Dirty Dutch over there. What was I saying? Yes, he needs to teleport that tripod right next to the hexapod so he can imp it. And I'm not sure what he's going to do with that flame tank. He needs to flame the shock troopers, man. He just destroys that spike in about 2 seconds flat, which is pretty good. He needs to shoot at the shock troopers. Oh man, it's not firing. Dirty Dutch. Oh, he could have caused some serious damage there. Technique microing like crazy with his units there. Looks like eXs.Pulse, aka Eclipse, is getting some Tiberium over there, and he does not teleport. He imps the hexapod. There's so much going on, I can't keep up with it. And those corruptors now healing up the hexapod, but all those disintegrator squads just forced their way in there and ended up getting crushed by the hexapod, and he took it down. That was very nice by Haruspex. You're a champion for doing that. That was very well done. There's a beacon over here by Dirty Dutch, and he's walking right into a temporal wormhole. This is bad because the units on the outside can shoot at full speed, whereas the hexapod can only shoot at half speed, and he pulls in his buzzer swarms. Really, he should just dispatch those super fast, and he does, and look at that. That was bad. Eclipse was stuck in there, and he really couldn't do anything about it. It's very nice by these guys. No one has teleported, or I haven't seen anyone teleport their hexapod yet, which is very nice. Haruspex is in trouble now because he's got a ton of upgraded shock troopers at his front door, and those tripods are going to be able to do nothing against that. You can see that micro there teleporting back. There's actually a prodigy area mind controlling something, but I think it missed. And supercharge, no, just charge shredder beam for these guys here, because Dirty Dutch is saving his ally now, killing those shock troopers. I'm not sure what Technique's doing now. Is he going? He's not going for another hexapod. He's going for an expansion. What's going on down here? Scorpion Tank's pushing away those guys there, so that's nice by Dirty Dutch, who has been helping his ally a fair bit. And they're doing a pretty good job. But Haruspex is pretty independent himself. I mean, he's been holding off quite a lot, and he's still very powerful. He's got a lot of economy. He's got a lot of units. He's got his prodigy. I think he's playing like crazy. The good thing when pros play pros, it forces both sides to play super strength. And what's going on there? Whose Scorpion tanks are they? It looks like Eclipse has mind controlled some of them and taken them for himself. He's got his prodigy there. He needs to get out of there. What's happening over here? There's a commando. There is a heroic commando, but she is getting attacked by the storm column. Is she going to get away? She is going to get away. And Dirty Dutch is moving in, obviously. He can't use buzzers to destroy that because it's just going to one-shot them. Oh, what are you doing? Kill that buzzer swarm. Oh, Dirty Dutch, what are you doing? You just let that buzzer swarm kill your commando. It's not good at all. I wasn't enjoying that. I was hoping to see her destroy something. She may have destroyed something I didn't see. But yeah, but all these guys using some seriously intense strategies against each other. Dirty Dutch obviously flaming up his Redeemer there now. He's got a Reckoner as well. I'm not sure what he's doing with that. What's happening over here? Looks like Haruspex has a Devastator. He needs some artillery. He's decided to take this out, and that's good. You don't see scrim players build Devastators very often, but against other scrim factions, I mean, it really is a nice way to go. It's an artillery unit. It flies. It's pretty quick. I mean, once it gets moving, it can't reverse move obviously, but neither can any other artillery unit except for the Spectre. Yes, the Spectre can reverse move, but they have to pack up and deploy, and that usually keeps them pretty busy. And that lightning spike goes down, but it almost gets one shot. And look at that, Technique teleports in his shock troopers, and they're all clumped up, but he's going to get that nonetheless. So that's nice work there. The prodigy comes in the area, mind controls all those guys, and buzzer swarms are coming in. And oh man, Technique lost a decent amount of stuff there. Harvest is getting attacked down here. What's happening over here? It looks like Eclipse is in trouble. Eclipse is in trouble. He's gone for Devastator as well. He needs to destroy. Dirty Dutch needs to destroy that hexapod before it gets like mass healed by all these corruptors. And I think he's going to be okay. Those corruptors, he's just got 5 stacked on it. What's happening over here? Is that a Spectre? It is a Spectre, but the Spectre is getting attacked from other artillery units, and that's bad. Here come the Emp Buggies. Nice work. Very nice work there, Dirty Dutch, using a myriad of tactics. That other Emp Buggy gets in and emps all of the corruptors, and now is his chance. It's now or never. He actually has a Purify there, which goes down. Now is his chance to get rid of the hexapod. If he wants to do it, he needs to do it right now. And oh no, Eclipse phases it. I think he really needs to pull out now. He can't do any more damage to that. Use the infantry to fire at the Devastators. What's happening over here? Looks like Haruspex is moving in and making Technique pay for all that early game attacking. He's like, I'm going to kill you, Technique. Technique does have his hexapod out now. He's putting shock troopers into it. He is getting blue Tiberium, so that's going to fuel him pretty well. I mean, Haruspex pretty bold, moving here with Gunwalkers, Buzzers, his Prodigy, and a Devastator. And his Prodigy actually goes straight through that field of Buzzers and lives. That's amazing. You actually saw it go straight through. It's almost dead. Obviously, he's able to survive snipe attacks. And look at that. That was amazing. He just went through there like a boss. Just like, I don't care about these Buzzers. Just run straight through them. Doesn't get killed. Beacon is placed by Technique. That Devastator warship is going to probably just sit over this ridge over here. This is an amazing match. I can see this getting a ton of wipes. And the Prodigy, watch out, Eclipse. Yeah, he lost his Prodigy, and he needs to emp or run, one or the other. He could have just left one Emp Buggy there to emp, but he's going to run. what's happening with the infantry pushing away these guys here? Oh man, this game is so even, it is not funny. Eclipse is in trouble because his hexapod is just about dead, and there is a devastator warship from Specs on the other side of the map now. I don't know where he's going. He needs to watch out because there are a ton of gun walkers there, and he's totally out of position here. That was not a good move. He just walked straight out. He should have stayed over there and shot at the drone ship. Now it's just, I'm not sure where his prodigy went. Where is his prodigy? His prodigy may have been killed because I don't see it there anymore. Yes, it definitely must have been killed, and Eclipse is mass healing up his hexapod, who will probably be pretty close to veterancy. He's got these devastators here, which probably need some repairs. He could even go Traveler Engines if he wanted to. I don't think that upgrade is very expensive. It's only $1,500, and it would make his devastators move that much faster. And what's Specs doing? He needs to get back here and get this Tiberium because he's going to need that to survive. He's not really responding. He's got an engineer over there for some reason. He's probably going for his hexapod if it's not already out. It is already out actually, and his prodigy is back out again, and Technique is in trouble. Puts the whatchamacallit on there. I'm not sure what it's called. He actually teleports his prodigy away because he doesn't want it to get killed. His hexapod is in big trouble. Is he going to teleport that away? Ooh, yes, he does teleport. That's the first time we've seen a teleport in this game. I'm not going to be too critical of that because it is pretty tight. And another commando here. Oh, don't lose your commando to buzzers, please. He's actually got dual commando. And watch out, there's corruptors. Run, Dirty Dutch, run. Oh no, that is just cruel. Buzzer Swarm forcing you to use a ton of stuff there. But Dirty Dutch has done pretty well the first time around. But that time around he got caught out. He should have come in from the other direction. What are those gunwalkers firing at the hexapod? They don't like their hexapod for some reason. They're like, hey, screw you guys. He obviously meant to force fire the corruptors at it. And he's actually shooting his hexapod with his gunwalkers. He's probably sitting there going, oh, I hope Green Zero isn't watching this. It's like, too bad I saw it. And looks like it's going to be hexapod versus hexapod right down each other's throats. Look at that. They can't get any closer than that. And here comes, oh, nice work. As soon as as soon as the tribal came out, he teleported it right there. But Technique has just gone, alright, if you're going to teleport your hexapod, I'm going to teleport mine. And it doesn't matter because they're both Traveler 59, so they can both do it, which is why I'm not being too critical of it. And he's got a ton of corruptors and a lightning spike there. Sits commando under the lightning spike, very popular technique. And it looks like Specs doesn't care he's going to run over there, but he's going to turn back. No reverse move for the hexapod. Only the Marv is capable of a reverse move, and it looks like Dirty Dutch is on the move again. He's even built mantises to take those guys out. He needs to watch out. He's pushing those guys in way too... Ooh, is he going to get one? He does get one. So maybe it was worth it. He's got to watch out. He's feeding the hexapod a fair bit. He's not going to want to let that rank at all. He's got Emp Buggies. He's got his Redeemer. He needs to make sure his Emp Buggies get in there. Very nice. The Rage Gen goes off, and now's his chance. Is he going to Emp? Oh no, all his Emp Buggies are gone now. There's one more. Emp. Oh no, where are you going, Dutch? And look at that, he does get an emp off actually, but he emps his own unit. Oh, that's not good. He's not going to be happy with that. He emped his Redeemer. And what's happening over here? There's a battle mark. It's just infantry standing in the area there. And it's Hexapod v Hexapod again. Technique losing some corruptors. There's even a Devastator. And an area mind control goes down on that tripod. And the tripod is down. Specs is probably going to reclaim that. Is he going to get this? Yes, he's going to get that out of there. Looks like Specs. No, not Specs. Technique is moving this army here. He could destroy all these structures if he wanted to. What's happening over here? Looks like Dirty Dutch has been forced to retreat. Watch out. That Mantis is going in. That's not good. And it does go down, and it looks like that spike is going to soon be under the control of Eclipse's forces there. Dirty Dutch being pushed back. He still has his Redeemer. He still has a ton of infantry. He's going to go for some more nasty sneak attacks, flame tanks, whatever he's got in mind. He's been doing a pretty good job, and Technique's numbers are getting whittled down over here with the shock troopers as well. These guys defending really well. I think Dirty Dutch's placement of these Shredder Tyrants has been really good, helping his ally out. Otherwise his ally would have been crippled, but Specs is still playing like a champion. He's been doing a really good job. Technique is, he's been playing like Technique, being super good at everything, but he still hasn't managed to crack his opponent. Even with the help of his ally, that double team, it looks like Dirty Dutch is going to destroy that spy here. So this game is still dead. It's been going for so long already, and it's still dead even. Both sides, they still have Tiberium on the map. We still have armies on the map, large armies. All the hexapods are alive. There's actually a veteran Devastator warship there. And Emp Buggies there. Maybe Tib Core is on the cards for Dirty Dutch, but he's not building any more Mantis. He's actually pushing those units away so he can destroy these units here, and that refinery goes down. That's critical because that's Eclipse's only refinery over there, and they're going to have to go a long way to harvest any Tiberium because there's only one refinery left for him. That's not good. It looks like Hexapod is under attack. Rage Gen goes off. He Rage Gens so he can disrupt all the enemy units, and he emps, but he misses. And look at that Catalyst Missile. That is one of the best uses of Catalyst Missile ever. He's destroyed all the corruptors because they're obviously loaded with Tiberium. What's happening up here? Technique is throwing his Hexapod in. Specs needs to teleport in and emp that, but there's a lot of shock troopers there, a lot of corruptors there, and a veteran Hexapod. And here is the Prodigy. The Prodigy's just chilling out. Is that Eclipse's? It is Eclipse's. He could just flame that out, and he's teleported in his own tripod And all of a sudden, is he going to lose? Oh, he phases. Ooh, Dirty Dutch is going to like, oh, I'm going to kill you for that, Eclipse. And what is Technique? Technique has been forced back again. No surprise. Haruspex has just been like smashing him back and doing all sorts of nasty things against him. Technique's obviously getting frustrated because he's got a lot of unit mixes in there. And is he going to lose a tripod? He does lose a tripod. And oh, look at that. The Redeemer just manages to power back up as well. Is that Traveler Engines? No, it's not Traveler Engines. He is going to retreat. Those Devastator warships aren't going to be able to do any more damage. They are both veteran though. It's really interesting. 2 veterans. But Eclipse is in trouble because he's got these infantry over here which have destroyed a majority of his base. His Texan is almost down. His Gravity Stabilizer is almost down. If a Tib Vapor Bomb comes over, it could level all of that right now. What's happening over there? Prodigy coming in. Technique's going for a suicide Conyard cap. Oh no, quick, pack it up, Dirty Dutch. Back it up. Yes. Oh, look at that. Technique is not going to be too happy with that at all. That's what you do. You always pack up your Conyard because they're going to suicide it and get it, and they're going to cripple you when they do it. It's better if you place a power plant right close to your Conyard, so when it packs up, it might not be able to immediately deploy again. So if they capture it, they won't be able to deploy it and sell it. Stuff like that. But both sides beaconed in. Technique is not going to be too happy with that. Surprised he did that, actually. He's not going to be able to teleport his Hexapod, which is in trouble. If Haruspex wants to kill it, now is the time. He needs his own Prodigy to teleport his own tripod in, but look at that. Technique has a lot of shock troopers and his own tripod to back that attack up. So both sides supporting their Hexapod. Haruspex needs to hold on until Dirty Dutch can really get a handle on Eclipse over there. Eclipse still has units, but he's really down in the economy department, isn't he? And Dirty Dutch has been stealing blue Tiberium. He's got some Tiberium here. His harvester count is down. He's got a full harvester there. He's actually sent harvesters back up here, so he's microing his harvesters around to where the Tiberium is. What's happening over here? Teleporting those shock troopers. And looks like Haruspex. Oh no, look at all the crush! Oh, look at all the $50 notes that just rose up there. He just crushed a ton of those infantry there. And his Hexapod is in big trouble. If he loses his Hexapod, he's going to be disappointed. He might not be able to hold this attack if he loses it. Is he going to phase it? No, he teleports away. And again, because both sides can do this, I'm not going to be too critical. I'm not going to say anything about it. This has been one hell-even match. And Technique is just pushing forward. He's like, alright, I got a full health Hexapod. I'm just going to keep attacking and pushing forward. Corrupt comes out, probably going to get dropped straight away. And Temporal Wormhole to slow down everything there. Haruspex is going to be hurting. Dirty Dutch needs to come and help him. Oh, what's that? Who's Prodigy? Area Mind controls the Annihilator Tripod. Nice work. He's going to kill those Corruptors. He's even going to enter Hexapod. Oh, you're a champion. And that Prodigy is going to escape. And oh, the Shredder turrets are killing and murdering those guys there. The Prodigy is down, by the way, but Technique paid for it with all of his shock troops. He does get his tripod back though. And his Hexapod all of a sudden has destroyed Haruspex as his Hexapod's almost dead. He does have one Devastator warship here, but Dirty Dutch is coming in to kill Eclipse. Eclipse seems to be all but dead. Whereas his units, he's actually sending his Hexapod up there, so he's obviously trying to kill Haruspex. If Haruspex just pulled his money up, just micro like all hell to kill as many units as he can and cause as much damage without just feeding these units, he's going to help his ally out a ton. I even think he's actually building, as he's building units over here, building structures over here, because you think he knows his base is going to go down. I think he knows that Dirty Dutch has almost finished Eclipse. Eclipse is almost all but dead. There's actually an elite Devastator warship there. If that goes heroic, that could be big trouble. And that is Technique's Devastator warship, but it just goes down. That's not good. Bam. The wreckage goes down there. Eclipse has his Hexapod over here. Elite Hexapod over there. And I think Haruspex is almost dead. He's been fighting really hard, microing really well all game, but Technique is just too good and he's coming out on top. And what's going on over here? Whose Redeemer is that? That is Dirty Dutch's Redeemer, has been captured somehow. What is going on? Wow, but that can't be right. How did he manage to mind control? He managed to mind control the Redeemer somehow. I think that's a bug, but obviously Dirty Dutch has got it back now, so he's going to be happy about that. Haruspex still has his Prodigy, which is critical. He can teleport friendly units around now. He should just sell his base up and crane his ally. He hasn't got a crane down here. He's still got a warp sphere and a portal. He's not building anything from his drone ship. He can't really lift off. He's feeding these Hexapods though. He needs to sell. There we go. That's good. He needs to sell these guys up and just get out of there. He actually crippled himself and he does not have a crane. He only has production structures left and he has no money. He has 2 spikes to fund him, and obviously all the money that he sold off there, maybe it would be better use if he gave it to his ally. And what's going on over here? Eclipse is just area mind controlling those tripods. He's not going to be happy with that, and they're going to be forced to destroy them. I think they should just empt them perhaps. That one there is definitely going to come out of area mind control soon, but no, what's happening over here? Elite? No. Oh yes, Elite, not heroic. And Technique's Prodigy is moving through. He's got to watch out. Dirty Dutch has a force here. Ooh, is he going to get away? Is he going to get away? He's just going to get away. And Technique realizes he's finished off Haruspex, so he's going to come over and try and kill Dirty Dutch. Dirty Dutch has emptied his own. No, he has not emptied his own. It's an enemy Emp here, but look at that counter Emp. That's really interesting by Dirty Dutch. Dirty Dutch just cannot finish off Eclipse here. Eclipse just won't die, and this is going to be problems for Dirty Dutch because he has an attack force moving his way, an elite hexapod, which he really cannot afford to feed. And whose is that? Looks like whoever that is. Yes, tripods. Assimilator's coming down to recapture those tripods, and Dirty Dutch's Redeemer is in big trouble. It's just about down, and there's 2 elite Devastator warships. If anyone knows how to use these, it's definitely Eclipse. He's got 2 elite ones, and why don't Scrin use them more often? I mean, really, you can't waste them, but you can still. They're really good artillery units, and they're fast, and they fly, so they're not vulnerable to tanks or anything like that. And I think Haruspex is all but dead. He should probably just exit the game and give his units to his opponent, because it looks like Eclipse is just mind controlling those units that he's recapturing. I think Technique's going to finish this off, and Dirty Dutch is going down. He's selling off. He's giving up. He's like, alright, good game, all over. And it looks like Haruspex is the first to go. Dirty Dutch is still in the game somehow. What's he doing? Is he trying to wipe? Oh no, he sells up now. So that was an amazing game. Oh man. When you get players that good on the map, you get a really good match. So how long did that go for? 24 minutes 50 seconds, so it's pretty lengthy. I mean, not the longest 2v2 going around. If it was pushing past 30 minutes, it probably would have been pretty epic. But let's have a look at the stats now. Units there, Dirty Dutch, he's allowed to have up and down units because he's Black Hand, and that's their playstyle. Technique had pretty much a decent head on top of Haruspex, but Haruspex had some pretty nasty micro in there to keep himself in the game. That was well done. Eclipse obviously almost getting defeated several times there, but playing like a champion nonetheless. Structures, ooh, Dirty Dutch, big sell off at the end. That's not good. Haruspex, pretty much everyone pretty similar. Let's have a look at the resources tab. It looks like Eclipse, what's going on? You're on the bottom. That's not what we're used to seeing. You're on the bottom there, Eclipse, and it looks like Haruspex second bottom, Dirty Dutch in the middle. So both sides probably got about the same amount of money, both teams individually. Technique obviously getting a lot more there. He just manages to build everything in tech and do everything. It's just amazing. It looks like he has 334,000 to Team 2 and 322,000 to Team 1. If I can remember who's on Team 1. I can't remember who's on Team 1, but it looks like Technique, they're getting 178,000, Dirty Dutch got 174,000, so those guys are pretty much even. Haruspex 160,000, eXs.Pulse 144,000, so there you go. So it looks like Dirty Dutch was doing much better on his side, but Haruspex against Technique was just holding out very well, managed to attack back, hurt Eclipse. There was a lot of ally help in there. It's very good, great game. Hope you all enjoyed this VOD, hope you all enjoyed these VODs that I brought you today. Yeah, so keep on playing out there. Remember, I'm still taking requests, so I hope you all enjoyed these VODs, and I'll see you all next time.